Hello guys, my name is Sean and today we are working on the Z, of course. So what are we doing today? Well, you guessed it, yes we are doing more sanding, and I'm sorry that the last few videos have been just about sanding, but it's got to be done. In the previous video you saw that I went to the paint shop that was on Chilham Street in Christchurch, that I got some paint for the Z. So now what we're doing is just prepping it up, finishing it off, so that's going to have to be sanded a little bit more. We'll try sand under there maybe. I'm just still deciding. I mean, there's probably no point. I mean, people are not going to look underneath there and go, oh yeah. Down here especially, we'll try degrease it. We might get the water blaster out and get that all cleaned up, sanded. So then when we go to paint it, it should be nice. So also I'm going to probably take off this front nose panel, and also we're going to probably take the front bumper off. And today, I'm not going to lie, well that's probably not something I should say, but today I'm going to have some people coming over to help me as well. Nick, and if he does want to come, Nick and Cullum, they're good friends of mine. They're into their cars. Nick drives in a Sora and Cullum drives in a Subaru, but yeah, that's what we're going to be up to. So I'm just going to put on time lapse. We'll just take that all the front stuff off. I might even take the fenders off if I have to, but we'll just see how we go. Now we have taken all the front bumper and nose panel off. Now we have a lot more access to the underside, the engine bay part where the radiator lives and air condenser lives. So yep, no, we're ready to go really. So I'm just going to sand in here, and you can see that's just grot. I might just hit it with some degreaser. I'll just move this tarpaulin across just because my dad doesn't really want me putting degreaser on the ground, so I'll try catch it with the tarpaulin. Probably a stupid idea, but it's what he wants. It's his house, it's his drive, and that's fair enough. I'll abide to the rules of the house, so that's fine. And also I'm going to paint this just in some areas, just where it's starting to rust, and this is where the engine mounts for the motor live. I did hit it with the degreaser the other day, but I might just get another go on it. And also what I'll do is I'll get the water blaster in here maybe, if I can't like fully clean it properly. So yeah, while I'm doing this, I'll be still waiting for Cullum and Nick to come over to try help. So because it would be good, because once we sand this, we're gonna have to move this back onto the ground, because again, parents don't like me painting on the concrete, so they'd rather me paint on the grass, and that's fair enough. I mean, probably shouldn't be painting outside in the first place, but it's only the engine bay, and like, as long as the top half is fine, like a lot of the motor's going to cover the bottom half of where the chassis rail lives, that's fine. It's not a problem, and we can go over it again if I don't like it. So yeah, and also hopefully you'll get to see the color of the paint maybe. So this is definitely the critical stage of making sure everything is sanded at 400 grit. So when we go and put the etch primer onto the car, or onto these panels, the metal can bond to the primer, and then it makes it so everything else sticks to the frickin' primer as well. So I'll get back to you guys after this time lapse. We'll start sanding, I guess. Okay, we're back from a time lapse, and I actually have a friend with me. This is Callum.
Hello.
Yeah, I never have really recorded with people here, so yeah. We've sanded, well, not sanded, we've degreased as best as we can, so we can get it ready for paint. I'm still deciding if I'm going to do the under the headlights, because I'm thinking about it now. The headlights are just going to cover it, and you're not going to really see it. So I've just been slowly taking things off. I'll probably take this radiator support thing for the hood, take that off, and we will sand. It'll make it easy to sand under here. But yeah, this is all the stuff we're going to sand. And today I'm probably going to have to try weld this here, because here it is. It looks like it's been in a collision at some point in its life. And you can see there's holes, so I'm going to weld them up as best as I can. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to put it on time lapse. All right, and we're back from we're back from the time lapse, and the time it's taken me to sand this. Callum's actually sanded that whole side. How sad is that? I think they've really. This car's been in a frontal collision at some point. Like, it looks pretty minor, and so they've repainted it, and they've repainted it quite a lot on there, which sucks. But oh well. Back to the time lapse. The Z is put mostly back together. The battery went really flat, so I couldn't record the rest, sadly. But I'm putting this all back on, like front bumper, fenders, all that stuff back on, because there is a big frost coming tomorrow morning. So it'd be a good idea just to make sure that we don't get it, like rusted, even though the back's completely rusted out almost. Not really that bad, but yeah. I am very grateful for Nick and Callum, who came on their days off and actually helped me sand the engine bay down. I mean, they didn't have to go crazy, but like, as long as it was scuffed so that the primer has something to stick to and the paint to stick to, yeah, it looks good. So tomorrow, what the plan is since I've got the next 2 or 3 days off now, so I've told them I'm going to be working on my car, I am going to get her ready for paint now, because she's pretty much ready to go now. Apart from battery tray needs to come off, and the process is we're going to put the suspension back on. We won't tighten it all the way, just enough just so it doesn't like come apart again, so I can roll it, put it back onto the grass where the Sentra is. And as you can see right here, this is the colour that I chose, pearl blue. It's a pretty dark blue. You can just imagine that in the engine bay and the rest of the car. I think it looks good. I'm gonna have to do some practice on some panels as well, but yeah. So I gotta take accelerator cable off, probably take these hoses off, and then mask this off, steering rack. I'm actually going to take off these EGR tubing, and it goes into the fender. Oh, you can't see on this side, but over here, all this, I've just asked someone if this is worth keeping, and from what it looks like, it's just for the EGR system. It's all coming out. It's not needed. It's just weight. Got to figure out how to take this off so I can pull it back a little bit more. But yeah, she's ready to paint in the engine bay. So tomorrow we'll be prepping, masking off, and I'll be moving onto the grass and try to make some sort of booth maybe. Oh, and the bonnet needs to come off. Oh, is it the bonnet? Yeah, the bonnet has to come off, so I can paint. But yeah, the paint looks pretty good. I'm liking that blue. I just need to maybe give it a thicker coat, and yeah, it should look great. That's just a test coat, just to see what it's going to look like. I'm going to have to send it back, but yeah, no, it looks great. And all this has to come off. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you want to keep following the project, please do just subscribe, or even just like the video. It would be great. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.